Two crazy things that won't
punishment question. I've done this to my kids.
You're looking there at the new Pope.
Will stop
like an animal, but then I've seen men become not people.
Like literally
not
change.
people. Yeah.
Okay.
And there is like lycanthropy, and there's these understandings of what the watchers are capable of doing that most people are just woefully ignorant of. And that's why they're perishing. It's because they lack a basic understanding of history. And one of the predominant understandings of what a watcher, specific class of celestial beings, is capable of is augmenting itself. They can shapeshift. That is by their nature. They're literally called metaschizmadzotoi in the Greek, in the New Testament. And it's because he says it's marvel not, because Hasatan, you could say like transforms himself. That's a good word for it. But he shapeshifts himself into an angel of light. And his messengers, his apostles, disciples, they do the same thing. And he's like, this is because they are capable of becoming anything they want to be in order to deceive on one side of the equation. And that's what they'll do. And so when people start engaging in these necromantic rituals and other stuff, and they start to seek the embodiment of these celestial ones, they can get these things on them and in them, and they can't contain them. And some of these guys who are messing with this stuff, who don't come from the bloodline, are incapable of cohabitating like a parasite, and they feed off of each other, and they can't handle it. And so that's why families are recruited from these bloodlines, and children are recruited out, even if they don't know anything about it. Like you said, the vast majority of people who come from these bloodlines, there's a lot of muddying of the waters. There's a lot of purity that's been changed. There's a lot of half-breeds. There's a lot of quarter breeds, right? There's a lot of people that don't know this stuff, and they start to get into lesser magic. And all of a sudden, it's like the doors of everybody open to them. But that's why. It's because they can host these things better. Whereas those that don't, they get taken over by this stuff, and they can't change back. They can't return, in a sense. Like, people become completely possessed and are incapable of expelling the darkness after that. And who do you turn to? You're like, you're going to go to the Catholic guy who's all into the same thing that you're into, you know? Like, most people don't understand what a real deliverance is required for somebody that has gone down this far down, where they are the consuming people. Like, that's a deep, devastating psychological, spiritual shock, physical, your liver, like the health. This is why I'm huge into health, because I've physically had to try to find ways to help people who have done all of these things. Like, the consumption of human blood does horrific things to the human body. You know, and this is a major practice within this. These families do drink blood. That's why we have these vampire class of people. It's not some kind of myth. People consume blood in order to extend their life force.
Yeah, I don't think it's a myth at all. I think this is real practices and rituals that happen. There's a reason they're written. There's a reason that people are practicing them. There's a reason Satanists and Luciferians continue to exist. Oh man, that's an interesting. Wow, that's crazy. With like anything positive, there's also negative. It's up to you to determine what's positive and what's negative. To Luciferians and Satanists, they're positive. Everyone else is negative. Hey, in the end, all religion, regardless of religion, we all want the same things. We all just want unity. We all want to live. We all want to transcend. Hey, welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Didn't realize this was going to turn so biblical. Yay. Regardless of your religion, you know you're a goon. You made it to this video. Hey, I got some more creepy, weird, strange For You page content. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain. Two crazy things that won't be revealed until after our deaths. The Crypt of Civilization, planned to be released in the year 8113. Sealed in 1940, it's considered the first true time capsule in history. And get this, it's not meant to be opened for 6,177 years. That's longer than all of recorded human history so far. It's buried at a university in Georgia, inside a sealed chamber the size of a small room. They filled it with things from the 1930s, such as a typewriter, a radio, a sewing machine, a set of fake eyelashes, and even a voice recording of German leader Adolf H. from World War II. The movie that won't be released until the year 2115. This movie, named 100 Years, The Movie You'll Never See, was filmed in 2015 and directed by John Malkovich and Robert Rodriguez. It is not scheduled to be released until 100 years has gone by. The movie is sealed away in a safe which will be automatically opened on the movie's premiere day. All the descendants of the cast and crew will be the first to be invited to watch the movie on premiere day in the year 2115.
Yo, that's kind of eerie at the same time, knowing like maybe some future Teddy somewhere is watching it. You don't know. Oh boy, how many future Teddys? this is actually quite creepy. The only thing I can say about the time capsule is let's make sure we contain that properly. I don't want to get in a situation where we lose it because we didn't keep the time capsule properly and then it lost to dust and everything turned to dust or some BS like that. Hey, let's just take good care of the contents inside.
English is a phonetically reversed Hebrew. They're calculated mathematically. The reversed language, that is the reason why every major popular song, when it's reversed, there's actually a hidden meaning behind it symbolically.
Wait, what? Is this real? I mean, they do play a lot of songs backwards, and you're like, whoa, did you know that, like, this is what it said backwards? When you put, I'm like, who's listening to the songs backwards? Oh man, people that speak Hebrew, they're trying to get the real hidden messages. Wait, so what? Do you like write the things in Hebrew and then play it backwards so it's in English? Or do you just write the things in English and then you play it backwards in Hebrew? Or is this just all BS? And literally there's nothing like that. You stop it. You know it's not BS. They literally tell us they do these things through the music and do it in all types of Sorry.
So LK99, there's all these simulation models that show this thing could work. But there's two things I will say came out of this from some of the simulations. The first is, remember, this is a crystal with mostly lead atoms, and these lead atoms, some of them get replaced by copper. When they get replaced by copper, it causes the crystal structure to change by 0.46 degrees, is what the Koreans say. The angle changes by 0.46 degrees. And when that happens, that bending causes the electrons in all the atoms in the crystal to overlap slightly, and that overlapping effect causes this free-flowing electron tunnel. That is the theory for why this superconducts. Now, what the simulation showed is that you have to replace only one of the lead atoms, not any of the other ones, in order for this to work. And that could explain why everyone's having different results in the lab trying to reproduce this. Because when you bake this stuff in an oven, if the copper gets into the wrong atom space in the crystal, it doesn't work. And so that's why some of these things might end up looking good and some of them don't look good.
Wait, what is LK? I know nothing about the simulation. I have no clue. Ice crystal? You heat it up and it levitates or something? What's happening here? I kind of want a levitating crystal, but I don't want to mess it up. I don't want a dud. How do I make sure? I just got to get one lead atom? Are you kidding me? How am I going to be able to? Now I need a microscope of sorts? Can someone else figure this out and just give me the end result? Wait, but then again, what? Now I have lead in my house? I mean, I already have lead in my... Never mind.
What is this? A monkey eating something, right? And what is below this? The same monkey eating exactly the same thing. Why would ancient builders carve the same monkey twice in this ancient temple? No, there are 3 differences between these 2 monkeys. Look carefully. Can you spot all the 3 differences?
Wait, what? Okay, so they have the first monkey here eating an apple, second monkey eating an apple. Hey, second monkey got bracelets. First monkey don't got no bracelets. Alright, let's see, what else? The eye kind of seems weird. This monkey's eye looks a little bit more slanted than this monkey's eye. And then the feet are also kind of weird. Like this monkey's feet seems way more... Wait, did he highlight them in the beginning? Yeah, like this monkey don't got feet or something, and this monkey got feet. What happened? What's happening here? Wait, is this like evolution of sorts? Then now look at the snout, and the snout looking different too. Wait, the head all together. Is this evolution? Are they describing what are they describing? What's happening? Why are they 2? Why is this the 100 monkeys theory? Trust me, we're all the 100 monkeys. We're gonna learn all the things. We're gonna be the goons that inform the rest of the world. You're gonna see our consciousness is gonna bring them up to speed.
Okay, so I got tipped off to this that the intro to Robin Hood had been altered for Amazon Prime. This is the 2010 version, just so you see that it is Prime. There's X-Ray right there. There was no text there. Where's the text in this intro to Robin Hood? I remember there being text. Why would they just show parchment? So that was the Amazon version. The one on Amazon Prime, it's just the regular cut. Now this is in my own private digital collection, and look, like you can see, in the times of tyranny and injustice, when law oppressed the people the outlaw takes his place in history. And like, this is my own personal, this is Plex, my own personal digital. And like, they even cut out that, so it just all looked seamless. Why are they doing that? Why is Amazon Prime doing that?
Wait, yeah, Amazon, what the hell? But this literally tells you that once we go full digital, which we practically already are, unless you got DVDs still that you're holding on to, I mean, they're going to start replacing the scenes and we won't even be able to, everything's under the Mandela effect. Did they cut the scene after and many years later you realized it? Or, you won't even know. Hey, I have a physical copy. You stop it. You're not going to have a physical copy. They're literally starting to do the things. Man, Amazon, that's crazy. Tyranny's bad now? You stop it. Robin Hood was a savior of sorts. He did the things. He did the things.
I don't see how more people aren't talking about this. Okay, so this Redditor bought a house, and after a few weeks of living there, he found something really disturbing in one of his cabinets. A house coming with a haunting is one thing, but with a cryptic code is another. The Redditor said that him and his wife noticed a piece of paper sticking out of the top of one of the cabinets. When they read what was written on it, they were in absolute shock, because all it said was, "Don't look under the floor," and on the back was a bunch of numbers. Many people in the comments of this post were trying to come up with rational explanations for what this is. Some said the numbers could be a library card, others saying that the previous owner was just trying to freak them out. Obviously, it's less frightening to try to rationalize the situation. But what would you do if you found this in your new home? Me personally, I'd be ripping up floors. I'll keep you guys updated on the story. Let me know what you think.
Okay. I'm also ripping up the floors. That's the only logical explanation here. You stop it. What? All of a sudden you're going to ignore it, and then for the rest of your time, all of a sudden all these hauntings and things start happening, and you're like, hey, why keep hearing these wee-woo sounds? Should I be scared? Yeah, you should have looked in underneath the floorboard, so that way you could have taken those artifacts out and get the blessings that you needed so you could have lived in the house of proper... Sorry.
Have you ever seen this? This might be one of the coolest uses of LEDs. This court can change into any sports you want. Basketball, tennis, even a custom design. All with the press of a button. This floor is made from a combination of laminated glass, ceramics, and aluminum. But the real magic happens underneath. An LED illumination system turns the entire floor into a giant interactive display. So instead of repainting the court, you just switch the light.
That's actually pretty neat. Is this expensive to do? Like, how soon are we going to see this on all of our major sports? And then all of a sudden, like, why does the court have to turn into this screen? Why can't we just use, like, a projector of sorts? Oh, no, wait, then you're projecting onto the players as well, so that may not work. I mean, unless we got some really good... Wait, what's cheaper? Interesting. I feel like chalk is the cheapest. You just draw your own lines, draw your own courts, all right? You stop it, and then you just have the guy. It's manual labor, but at least it pretty much does the same thing. It's just not LED and doesn't cost like $20 million. Wait, what? Is this another released footage again? Are we doing this again? Really? Didn't you learn from the first time? You stop it. Come on now. Real. This is real. That you looked at this clip and you thought this was real. Oh.
If you really believe this, then you're dazed and confused. That's just a color key on the globe. It's there to represent different types of geographical features like mountains, deserts, and bodies of water. So no, there's no missing island. It's just a map legend helping you understand the globe, kind of like this one here.
No, you stop it. You're dazed and confused because I come from a different Earth, man. And let me tell you, in one of my timelines, not only did the globe have this reference, but I even had a world map that had the reference. Now I go back trying to find the world map. I can't find it. Can't find the island. I swear. Australia had that tiny island on the left side. I swear. Damn it. Now she's trying to make me sound crazy. I was looking at the legend. Yeah, Teddy, you're looking at the legend and the altitude. And no, you stop it. Even in the movie, when they flip it, you could clearly tell there was no outline legend. There was no text. It was pretty clear. You stop it.
You're looking there at the new Pope Leo. Pope Leo making his first public appearance on the balcony of St. Peter's to give the traditional apostolic Urbi et Orbi blessing, meaning to the city and to the world. Now, the selection to choose him was actually rather quick, happening just about 24 hours after the deliberations began, but it took quite a while for him to appear out here on the balcony. We've been waiting over an hour, if I'm not mistaken about that. This is the first American elected as Pope. His name is Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost. He's 69 years old, born in Chicago. He's been a cardinal since September of 2023. Of course, we saw that white smoke billowing from the Sistine Chapel chimney just after noon Eastern. 133 cardinal electors had to reach a 2/3 majority decision. This was on the 4th vote of this conclave to select him. He's the 267th Pope and the new leader for the world's 1.4 billion Catholics.
Man, this is literally history in the making. I recorded a video yesterday where I was like, dude, it literally just happened. And now literally all my videos are just about the Pope or things about the Pope. So, we're doing some things. We're doing some things. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm ready for everything. I'm ready for the rebirth. I'm ready for the change. I'm ready for the new. I'm ready for everything. I'm ready for everything. You stop it. We're ready.
I want you to remember what Marcus Aurelius said about stress thousands of years ago, as I feel it's really relevant to you right now. He said, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. If the cause of the trouble lies in your own character, who is stopping you from correcting your habitual thoughts?
I guess me. I'm stopping myself. But at the same time, I try to be looking at things neutral. Wait, why is this always about me? Why? Stop turning me into the main character. You're the main character. You're watching the video. Hey, do you relate to this? Is something hurting you? Are you being harsh on yourself and being critical? You stop it. Are you making a situation more of a situation that it doesn't really need to be? You stop it. You stop it. Trust me, I go through this all the time, and sometimes it's just nice to take a step back, reassess the situation, and come back at it. And you do it as a better soul, a better goon. Let's be that better goon. We're going to be the betterment in the world.
Last year, I went to go visit a tribe called the ostrich-footed tribe, or the Vadoma, that's in northern Zimbabwe. Very rare people that they live in the mountains, and the scientific side of it is that they inbred so much that their feet have 2 toes, like lobster claws. Their story is that their great-great-great-grandmother came down from the sky. She was a bird, or maybe he was a bird, and he impregnated a local person, and now they have bird feet, ostrich.
You don't know. You don't know. It very well could be. There could have been a bird person. There were all these other people that they depicted on the hieroglyphs, as well as other religious texts, such as human bodies with elephant heads, or human bodies with dog heads, or human bodies with cat heads, human bodies with falcon heads. There's many things they've depicted, all right? So why can't this be? Why can't there be human bodies with bird legs or talons or feet? You stop it. Bird's feet? Bird box? Wait, never mind. Never mind. Oh my god. I have seen like the Guinness World Record, like the lobster claw, dude. Wasn't there like some famous, was that American Horror Story? Sorry, I'm spiraling.
I am literally afraid that we are the last generation that has the ability to watch an 1.5 hour long movie. I'm a middle school drama teacher, and I try to always, point out cultural references, even in the last few years, that I think kids are going to get, and they don't get it. I'll be like, haven't you seen that show on Netflix or whatever? And they'll be like, we don't watch that kind of stuff, mister. I'm like, what do you guys watch? It's like, mostly just stuff like, have you ever seen a live streamer, Bushboy69? No, I haven't, but I'm sure his content is riveting. Every day they bring up a new social media star that I've never even heard of. It's like, did you see that Cadence Lawrence got his tonsils taken out on his live stream? No, I didn't. And I'm flattered that you don't think I'm in my 30s. And that's why I'm terrified that we're going to be the last generation to watch movies.
I feel that.
Yeah, you think it's true?
Absolutely, I do.
Yo, why? Now I just want to watch movies where reactors just watch movies alongside me. Is that a thing? Can we just watch movies? I really want to watch The Conclave. You guys want to watch The Conclave together? Oh boy, who is it? Cadence Owens? Like, what are these names they came up with? Bush Boy 69? Like, what the hell? Who are these live streamers? All I know is like who's that guy? Neon, that I Show Speed, the Kai Sanant. I don't know anyone else. Oh boy.
The punishment question. I've done this to my kids. There was a thing of milk spilled on the living room floor, and I asked them who did it. They were both like, no, I don't know. So I asked my daughter, what do you think should happen to the person who did this? Right away, she goes, spankings, grounded, no Xbox, can't play outside, can't go with my friends, have to stay in the room and read all that. I was like, okay. Then I went to my son, I said, Will, what should happen to the person that spilled that milk? And he goes, no more chocolate milk in the living room. So it works equally on adults and kids.
Wait, so what? That means it was the boy. It was the. Yeah, because like the punishment was less. So if it works on you, so what? You just like find out people are lying by like asking them if they're lying, or like you reiterate the situation. Like let's say like someone's like, what would someone be lying about? Hey, did you get the milk? Right? Like how would you like? Hey, did you get the milk? What should happen to the person that didn't get the milk? I mean, like, I don't get it. I mean, like, how are you supposed to respond and figure out, you know? Or is the milk a bad example? Hey, did you do the work? What should happen to the person that didn't do the work? Like, what would your response be? I think clearly you didn't do the work, all right? You didn't even tell me a response. You stop it. Did you interact? Oh my God, just because I didn't tell you to interact, you decided not to interact, so I tried to weasel you in right now. I'm trying to weasel you in right now. You stop it. You do those interactions. Other goons did it previously. If you made it to this point, then you are a true goon, because most people drop off at the 50% of the video mark. So thanks for making it here. Can you at least do the things for us? At least now I know you're a true goon. You made it to here, all right? Thanks. Love you. Interact.
And they just start making stuff up. Yeah. Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Jim Carrey is a very awakened person. I feel like he knows the things. He 100% he was telling us, and most people looked at this clip and were like, hey, he was just making a skit and a joke. And I'm like, bro, he was literally telling us in open plain sight. He literally does the things. He's weird. This is exactly where he's supposed to be. Thank you, Jim. Thanks for telling us since the beginning.
It really does make you wonder.
I can't possibly accept this award. My artist of my life is Beyonce, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental. Beyonce, it was so monumental.
The Grammy goes to Lizzo for About Damn Time.
Beyonce, you changed my life, so thank you so much. You clearly are the artist of our lives.
Thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Of course.
One of the best videos of all time.
Beyonce and I started out around the same time, and just like all of her fans, I fell in love with her. The first time I saw her, from her singing to dancing to acting, she can do it all. She's a triple threat and one of the most talented people I've ever seen.
A triple threat.
She knows. I know she knows. Oh my God. It's like, how does Beyonce also get something out of this? Like somehow she's getting all this energy and people are just, and there's people that don't thank her, and look at what happened to them. They fell off. They disappeared. Things happened. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. So, scary to know that we literally see this in open and plain sight, and we just assume that, hey, they're just thanking her because they're friends. You really think? Why are they thanking her then?
Who are these people? Why is that in here? Who are these people? What?
Bro. I'm sorry, but like, I feel like you gotta investigate to find out who these people are, because you may have a long-lost sibling somewhere. There may be things that you need to patch up, and then you find out that, oh my god, that you had on the entire time that was written off, and things happened, and now you're the glue that's gonna bring him back all together and finally fix the family dynamic, and then boom. You got the things, and then boom, now you have access to all these other things that you never knew you had access to, all because you decided to investigate. I investigate a lot of things. I also ask a lot of questions. Hey.
This is Paul. Yes, I know who you are. I'm you, you're me. So what's going on in 1984?
You know what this is?
No, what is it?
This is a waffle.
No duh.
How do you eat waffles?
Well, usually I'll just pull off one square.
You pull off one square. If your waffles have squares, you eat them.
Well, some things never change.
That's the way I eat waffles.
Why don't you show me something that you have, and I'll see if I still have it.
We got Weird Al here. Eat it.
Yes, I do still have it.
Okay, this is movies, okay? Stuff about movies, okay?
Oh, okay, so you mean like this stuff?
Right.
What else you got?
Three Stooges Festival.
Sorry to break this to you, but in a couple years you're going to throw out a lot of stuff, and that is going in the trash.
Be right back with the Three Stooges Go to High School.
High school? Yeah, tell me, how do you like school?
I hate school. It really is bad, okay?
Okay, that's my 16-year-old self. Who let him in here?
I'm feeling incredibly good because I picked up wet grass this morning. You know, that makes me sick.
My 15-year-old self? Look, this is just supposed to be me and my 13-year-old self.
Sorry. That's very funny.
Oh yeah, that's real respectful. No wonder all my books are messed up now.
Wait, I'm watching this and I'm like, is this gonna happen to me? Am I gonna look at past Teddy? I could also be looking at future Teddy. You just don't know. You old man, he's talking to me. Sorry. Is the future Teddy gonna look at as a past Teddy and do a reaction? Hello, future Teddy, you stop it. I'm just doing the things, all right? You keep doing the things in the future, too. Keep doing the things in the future. Oh, boy, imagine we do a video like this. What would we even say? Look at all the backgrounds that have changed. I don't know. We'll figure it out. No, I'm good. Someone else can do this job. It's for some people. I get seasick, all right? I already have a hard time on the sea. You trying to get me to do this? Wait, how much does it pay? Wait, $300K a year. Wait, never mind. I'ma get my sea legs real quick. You wait. You just wait. Put me in the boat.
I can't believe you don't sell slices here. What am I supposed to do with a whole pizza? Everyone must be fat.
This grocery store is selling guns.
But why there are so many flags around? How much for this cup of water? It's free.
That teenager is driving a car.
Excuse me, but you never shut off the AC here.
It's snowing outside. Officer, if I have both hands on the wheel, how can I show you my ID?
Wait, I'm looking at this in the other perspective because I've been the American tourist in Europe, and I'm like, yo, you have like teenagers riding motorcycles that are fully fledged and like going crazy, zigging, zagging everywhere. Like, you stop it. There's teenagers everywhere. It's not just here, right? Oh my god. Yeah, the pizza thing is definitely a thing to understand, because like you order pizza in Europe, they give you the full pizza and you're expected to eat the full pizza, and it's like here we get the pizza and we eat one slice, and it's like, bro, how are they so thin over there when they're eating like full pizzas and we're like eating one slice and we're getting this large? We're like, what's wrong? What's happening with... Never mind. Don't look into this. 100% look into... Sorry.
Hotel staff in Phuket have told the tourists to evacuate the ocean as soon as they notice something above. Dark clouds suddenly appeared. Now, could this be a sign before the 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit Thailand? What do you guys think? Share your thought. Look at what happened to that big foot in the ocean. This is the part 2.
Wait, I'm watching part 2. I feel like I don't even need to watch part 1. What? Foot? Did you guys see a foot? I didn't see no foot, but I definitely see like the skies go. I'm like, why am I even swimming when there's literally lightning above? You stop it. I'm getting out of that water too. Like, there's no reason to be in that water. But is everyone okay? When did this happen? Is this old? Is this new? Oh, 2021 it says. I see a little like watermark here. Okay, so this was like the original, the tsunami creating one. Yeah, man, this many lives were lost in that one, right? Oh boy. Is our tech getting better that we can detect them better, or like what do we do? Is there anything? Are they still undetectable and just happens? Is it still natural disasters? Is it still natural? Is it still natural? We're gonna do one more.
You said you spoke to him right before Conclave? Mm-hmm. Tell me what that conversation was like.
Really? First we do Wordle, because this is a regular thing, okay? Then we do Words with Friends. It's something to keep his mind off life in the real world. And then we talk about what's going on, and I said, well, do you have your red socks? That doesn't go over well all the time. And then just that kind of stuff, and I said, well, are you ready for this? I said, did you watch the movie Conclave so you know how to behave? And he had just finished watching the movie Conclave. So he knew how to behave. So it's that kind of stuff, because I wanted to take his mind off of it, and laugh about something. Because this is now an awesome responsibility.
Yeah, it very well is. He's literally the first American born. That's crazy. That's crazy. I even haven't watched the movie Conclave, but I know Emily's mom has watched Conclave, and she says it's a very good movie. So I'm sure whatever the Pope took out of watching that movie, I'm sure is residing with him, and hopefully he uses some of that, because sometimes the movies tell the truths, and sometimes the popes don't get to see how other generations, how other decades ago these traditions were done. And it's nice that there is some type of movie, or documentary. No, it's not documentary. Yeah, I mean, they say they kind of just dramatize the actual thing, but it's in fact pretty much what happens. But interesting, very interesting. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm ready for all the new. I'm ready for the new. I'm ready. I'm so ready. What's going to happen next? This is literally all I wonder every day. Every day I wake up and I'm like, what do I do? What should I do? Is today going to be the day where I record something new and change the format and add a new segment on to Explore the Weird that literally has like... Sorry. I go into a lot of deep thoughts now. I just want to make sure the channel's growing. I just don't want to let anyone down. I completely understand what the Pope has to do, but it's like I understand for the wrong reasons. He's got billions of people that I got like maybe 8,000 subscribers that I'm like, but I want to keep them happy. I want to keep everyone happy. Hey, guess what? You made it to the end. You don't have to listen to me rambling about all the things that I'm going to do with the channel and the future of the channel. All you need to do now is there should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I'm going to go continue spiraling about my YouTube and the algorithm and the analytics. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wake up, wake up.